Hello there, this is part 4 of our Blender 2.8 training series, and let's begin by talking about the different objects in Blender. So let me switch on my screencast keys. So this is the scene that you open up with. You can see we have a camera, we have a, I haven't talked about this, but this is the light source, and we have an object. But because in the 3D world, to see anything, you have to have a light in order to see. So yeah, you have this to represent a light, and at the top here you can see the different shading modes. So this is how objects are rendered in your 3D view. So if you go to the first one, it's just a wireframe render of everything. It's just to show you the different lines in your objects, and then the second one is just to show you the solid shading of your object. The second one is a material mode. This lets you see if you apply any materials. Let me bring this up so that we can see, we can cast shadows. So this is just showing you materials. We will look at materials in a different video, but yeah, this is just showing you material modes and without any lighting. So when you go to the last one, it shows you everything with lighting as well. So you can see this is our light here, light source here, and if we move it, you can see it also affects the shadow cast on our plane here. And if we move this as well, you can see the shadow follows the object like in the real world. So these are three different types of objects. We have a lamp, we have a light. So we have a light, we have a camera, we have a cube and a plane that are in the same category of a mesh object. So if you go to the top here, you can see we have a few options here. We have view, select, add, objects, and objects. So the add menu here just gives you a list of all objects you can use in Blender. You have the mesh objects that we have already been looking at. So you can, but you can see there are a few other objects we haven't looked at, like the circle. You can just move this up. Add UV sphere. Move this up. Remember this. Every object is added to the 3D cursor, so we can move the 3D cursor around. Add mesh icosphere. Move the 3D cursor again to somewhere there so that the object is not added into the other objects. So the shortcut for this menu is Shift A, and you will access the menu here. So Shift A and you access the menu. Shift A, mesh, cylinder, yes, Shift A, cone, Shift A. These are all the same type of objects, and you can see up here there is an option that shows you the mode you're in. So every object you see has a different mode. Every mesh you see every object you have in Blender has different modes. So mesh objects have, if you go to this menu here and click on that, you can see the different modes that you can use for those objects. You can see we have object mode, edit mode, sculpt modes, vertex paint and texture mode. And if we select if we select the camera, you can see it only has object mode. Same with the light, but if we add so this is a mesh object, but we also have a curve object, and let's add a Bezier curve. So this is just a different curve, different type of object, and if we go to object mode, edit mode, you can see it has two modes, edit and object mode. And you can see when we go to edit mode, we have different manipulation points to change how this object looks. So we can change these points, control points, to change how the curve looks. And this also lets you know the different, I think this is how the different objects are categorized depending on how you can manipulate those objects. If you use the same control points or the same control points to manipulate the objects, then they are categorized in the same category. So like this this mesh here, which is a UV sphere. If we go to edit mode for this object, you can see it has these points, control points, points here that are called vertices. You can also see at the top here, they give you the different control points. You have vertices, which is the first icon you see. You also have edges, which is just 2 vertices selected. We have faces, which is just 3 or more vertices are selected. You can see now we have selected more than 2 vertices, which is 4 vertices to make up this face. And you can also hold down Shift and select the other option to see how many vertices we have. Let me see. So you see, because this object here, this cube here, also has the same control points, which means vertices, edges, and faces. They're also categorized as the same objects. Same with this mesh. And let's add maybe something more complicated like this Suzanne monkey. If we go to edit mode, you can also see that it has the same control points. Same with this terrace, same with this cone. Any object under mesh has the same control points. You can see thus being in the same category as any other object, any other mesh. But if we go to the light, you see we don't even have edit mode for that. But for the curve, go to edit mode, you see we have different control points that are different from this object. So we also had a curve. I don't think we had that. We had a circle. But if we go to edit mode, you can see the same control points are the same as the mesh. But for the curve here, you can see they're totally different. And if we go to curve, we can see we also have a different curve here. You see, this is a curve in the mesh object. And if we go to edit mode, you can see the different control points. If we go to the curve in the curve object, you see the different control points. The control points are different, but they are the same for this object. And in Blender 2.8, it's now possible to select objects of the same category or the same type and go to edit mode for those objects at the same time. So you can edit these 2 objects in edit mode at once. This was not possible in previous objects, in the previous versions of Blender. So if we selected these meshes, we can go to edit mode for those objects and edit them at the same time. But we can't select a curve and a mesh and enter both edit mode for those objects because they're different objects. We're not only limited to curves and meshes. Under curves, we also have nubs. You can also see that they have been separated a bit because they are the same, but they use similar but not absolutely similar ways of manipulation. So if you go to edit mode of this, you can see they're still curves, but the way you edit them is a bit different. So that's why they are given a subcategory and a curve of their own. I don't know if you can go into edit mode for this. Yeah, so you can still go to edit mode for the nubs and curves because they are the same object type. So let's see, under surface we also have surface nubs, which is, I think they should have the same. I expected them to have the same way of editing them. Okay, yeah, okay, they're different because I think you can't extrude them. We'll look at extrusion in a different video, but yeah, so let's continue and look at you also have metaballs. They also have edit mode. So in edit mode, you just duplicate. They don't really have control points. You just duplicate them. You'll find that you won't be using these a lot. Maybe depending on what you're working on, you might use them, but I haven't really found any use for them. And I've been using Blender for quite a while, so yeah. We also have text. I think this will deserve its own video because it's a very useful part of Blender. So rotate this 90 degrees, rotate this. You can just use this maybe just to see this more clearly. We can just go to object mode and make sure we turn on random colors so that each object is given a different color, and turn on the gizmo. We want the rotation gizmo and rotate this 90 degrees. So you can also incrementally rotate or move your object by holding down Control as you rotate, and you can see the increments. Your object will be rotated in increments. Or you can hit R, which is the shortcut for rotate, and then the axis to lock it at an axis, and then the angle you want to rotate. So let's say 90 degrees, and you can see it can be rotated that. If you want to rotate it the other way, you just hit minus to give it a negative rotation, like that. Because we have already rotated it a bit, I think that's why you see it was whatever rotation we had plus the 90 degrees to have it at that angle. But to clear the rotation, you can just go, if you hit N on your keyboard, you will get this menu here, and under view you can see the different attributes or data that is linked to your object. So every object you see here has this information: the location, rotation, scale, and dimension. So this location here is just where the object is located in our 3D space, at what angle of rotation in different axes, and at what scale in different axes. Because this is just a plane, it doesn't really have any Z scale, but this, you see, in the Z, Y, yeah, so dimension are the same as scale, but just you can use them to determine if the scale is in meters or centimeters or things like that. So you can change the position directly here, or change the rotation also directly here, instead of using this here. But to reset the rotation, you can just clear this by changing this to 0, 0, and that will clear out the rotation. And so this location here is calculated from the center of your 3D space where these axes meet. So it is 15 meters from this point in the x-axis, and 4 meters from this point in the y-axis, and 16 from this point in the z-axis. But you can clear them out, and you can see now it is 0 meters from the z, 0 meters from the x, 0 meters from the y, to have it at 0, 0 position. Yeah, so in the next lesson we'll look at how to edit the text and some of these objects.